What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So all of my buddies are crackheads. That's what I'm fixing to show y'all. So I'm over here at Mike's shop. Mike's over here. He's got the green Challenger, if y'all hadn't seen it, Pro Charge LS motor. So he is making amends with the Mopar guys, and he's got another Mopar. Check it out, guys. Mike, is that an accurate statement? Are you trying to get the Mopar guys off of you?
I'm trying to make them happy.
You're trying to make them happy so that no more problems with the green car. So he has bought a, what is this?
It is a 1972 Charger X Topper Edition. I've had it now a month.
Had it 1 month. It was in pretty rough shape. It's kind of the lipstick on the pig. When you first got it, it looked very clean, but as you really kind of started tearing into it, you started finding some issues. But this car is old. I mean, it's 50 years old.
It's a 1972, so my guess is this was probably an 80s restoration.
Right.
At one point. And back in the 80s, they really didn't make floor pans and trunk pans, and they didn't make a whole lot of aftermarket parts. It
Right.
was all OEM, and if you could get a hold of it, I guess.
Right.
And so they basically used anything that they could possibly use to fix it, and that's what they did on this car.
And you found that.
And I found that. I believe they stole somebody's shed and made the trunk pan.
Right. That is tin. That is regular tin.
But they painted this car, the floor, with rubberized something.
And it just is peeling off. And he's got it all off now. But it's this stuff. It really is kind of like, he said, it looks like pool paint. And that's what they did. I mean, it is 100% like some type of rubberized coating. There's no telling what this was.
Brian told me the name of it.
Right.
It was pretty popular back in the, in the 80s.
So that's how they did it back then.
But look at the back side of it.
Right, it's all rusted. They just painted right on it.
They didn't clean anything. They just painted right over the rust.
So he's been in here kicking tail on this thing. That's why y'all hadn't seen no Challenger videos, which has been hot. There ain't been no racing happening anyway. But so what all did you cut out on this one?
Well, I'll forward you the pictures, but this side of the floor pan was in good shape.
Right.
That side, it was gone. They put some kind of bucket seats out of something. They were electric. Didn't even fit the car. They beat the floor pan to death, welded some garbage to it, put 2-inch spacer blocks, and tried to put some bucket seats in it. Said, I've had the car now about a month, and the first 2 Saturdays in a row, I spent it out at Billy West Mopar Junkyard, and I cut a floor pan out of a car. I cut rocker panels out of the car.
Now, how hot was it over there?
Hot as hell. Had the windows out of this car for some reason, I don't know what. And they didn't seal the window back right, so the damn package tray had rotted. Had to cut this out of another car.
Right.
This was good except for this corner.
Right.
The trunk lips were toast.
Because that's where all the water goes. It runs down and it comes down into this area and then runs down.
So both trunk rails were toast, but they sell these. Auto Metal Direct had them.
Right.
So I cut all this out, grafted in the new panels, had to fix the bottom panel because it was rotted completely out.
Right.
On both sides. So I cut all the spot welds and got it out as much as possible. And the trunk needs to be dealt with. And I talked to Brian's going to do it here. And he said, don't fool with it, I'll do it.
Right.
And I said, well, I could do it. He said, don't do it, I'll do it. So I didn't do it, and I put the damn trunk back on.
Right.
So, but that's the wing that's going on the back.
Okay. Original style?
Proper for the car.
Okay. And so then he did, once he got all the sheet metal stuff done on the inside of the car, he did like a rust inhibitor or converter or something.
There's a gallon of it. There's about a half a gallon left.
So
what it does is you clean your metal off. Like when I'm done cleaning the dash, I will paint it with the rust inhibitor.
Right.
And it turns it like a blackish purple.
Right.
And you can smell it. It's like an acid. It etches into the metal. And then once it's dry, whatever is left over, you can just brush off.
Okay.
And then you put put a secondary coat on it, and then you paint it.
And then you paint it, and you're going to end up what, rubberizing the floor, or? Oh, okay. So it's going to stay. So that's done.
Yeah. Now I've got the aluminized version down, and I'll do up here with the aluminum. And when this is whenever all the body work and everything, before I put the carpet down, everything will get painted black.
Oh, okay, I got you. I see.
So, and I've got the the floor mat to go in it. I have ordered every stitch of this interior for this car. And my Mopar money is running shy.
Mopar, they're proud of that stuff, right?
I could build 3 Chevrolets for the cost of what I got in this car already.
Oh my goodness, and it ain't even close. It ain't even close to being done.
It ain't even close to being done.
So he got this new. What did you call that hood?
Back in the day, they made them. It's called a power bulge.
A power bulge. Drop the hood down for a second.
And they have.
Well, here, let's look in the engine bay real fast. So in here, so when you picked up the car, what was in the engine in here?
Yeah, the 440 was laying in here sideways.
So they literally just took a cherry picker and just set it down in there.
It had a seat belt tied around the motor mounts.
Oh my goodness!
And it was thrown in here. And then when I got the motor out, I started looking down in the engine bay. The damn thing had a big block Chevrolet in it, and they had beat the living crap out of the firewall for the distributor to fit. And they had welded some mounts to these perches, which are over on the floor. I mean, out of it looks like a 1/4-inch plate. It's heavier than the K member.
That's wild, because that's what you didn't know if you were going to be able to get that stuff out.
Right, and I had already found another K member out of the Mopar junkyard.
All right.
And I was like, man, let me see if I really don't want to tear up all this stuff in here, because all this is in good shape.
That's not bad.
Just needs to be cleaned off and painted. So I spent a good 4.5, maybe 5 hours with chop saw and got everything cut out. Got the mounts off of it. Got the perches cleaned up, so they're ready. So when I do the 440, my buddy Chris sold me, he's building a 73 Satellite, which he's cloning it as a Roadrunner. He had that 727 transmission built.
Right.
It came, he had a 24 to 2500 stall with an SFI flywheel. And he decided he was going 4-speed. So he got him a 4-speed setup when he sold me the redone 727 with shift kit, ready to go with torque converter flywheel and a set of heads ready to bolt on for $700.
That's not bad. And that's what this is, not the Hemi. This is a 440.
This is a true 440.
And you can tell looking at the piston, it's a big bore. But the heads are doggone tiny down there. Those are little teeny runners.
Yeah, those are the ones I took off.
And
I took the top end off to see if the piston holes were going to be usable.
It is wild. I guess all Mopars, the distributor comes in sideways.
Yep.
This is my first time ever seeing a Mopar like actually out and undressed. And like when you look at the block down there,
Jones says these things will hold up to 1,000.
Wow, that's crazy, isn't it?
Just like basically with a decent crankset rods and pistons, the block will hold 1,000 easy.
That's crazy. And I mean, that's a big bore. It's a 4,600 bore, right? Ish, 4,500.
4 something, yeah.
It's big. Clearly, the piston is big. I guess this would be a medium motor. It's not a big block. It's not a small block. It's a medium block.
Well, Mopar calls this a big block.
They call it a big block. 440, right? And that's what I think it's the Pontiac does the same thing, right? Pontiac, it can be a big block or a small block.
Big block or small block.
Right.
360 they call. I think they call it a small block, but some people call it a big block.
Dude, is this the flex plate? What is that? Okay, so now I'm really confused. So this is the flex plate.
This is your flex plate.
So that is
the stock one.
That is the stock flex plate, but it's missing something integral. The start. There's no ring gear, Mike. Where's the ring gear?
It's on the torque converter.
That is insane. Why would they do that? That makes no. I guess that's what they did back then.
Yeah, what you're looking at back there is the stock one.
Okay, gotcha. So that's the SFI one.
This is the SFI.
That makes no. I have never seen that before in my life. That is absolutely wild. So that is crazy. I have never seen that. So that is the flex plate right there. I mean, it is the flywheel. I guess you'd call it a flex plate.
Flex plate.
And the other one, that makes sense. I guess if the starter is mounted to the starter ring gear is mounted to the converter, I mean, it makes sense. So then he got him a nice hood. Who'd you get this hood from?
Show Cars out of Ontario, Canada made that.
And that's custom order. You said that was the only place you could find that would actually had them.
Well, you can get them get this style hood in a 3-inch, which was stock.
Oh, okay.
And then if you wanted something a little more aggressive, they're the only people that I found that made one in 6-inch.
Man, that is cool looking, isn't it? That looks really good. That actually looks really nice. I'm digging the hood. Quality looks good too. I mean, it
came in, the corners are busted.
All right.
From shipping, and I already sent an email to the company.
It's a long trip.
It's a long trip. It needs a little bit of tweaking. Brian's he's gonna start on it tomorrow. And he said, "Don't worry about none of that shit. I'll take care of it."
So this thing is going to be. What's your plan? Is it just going to be like a street rod type deal?
Daily driver.
Is it going to have air conditioner?
Air conditioner.
Okay. Gotcha. It's hot.
Got the dashboard out of it today. Whoever did this restoration on this car went stupid crazy with orange and white paint.
Right.
Because the seats were orange and white, the door panels were orange and white. I think that's like Sherwin-Williams house paint.
Okay, right.
So it's just a lot of booger shit.
Are you going to, what color? You going to paint it back orange?
Yeah,
The original color was right there, right? That brown.
The brown was on the fender up here.
Oh, there you go. It was on the, yeah.
So we figured out that it only had one paint job in its life.
There it goes.
That's the factory paint. This is a primer sealer, and then the orange is the paint.
Oh, gotcha. This color right here is actually, it's like it's hard to see it, but you can, up close, you can kind of see the metallic.
Yeah, you can see it when you put it.
Man, in the sun, it looked really good. That's actually a pretty color. Where would paint my race car that color?
Well, see, it's how I painted my 82 Chevy truck dark cherry brown.
Right.
It changed black, and I was like, man, we're done with brown. We'll go. I like the orange.
Light orange,
And,
yeah.
Brian said he thinks that this was sunset orange.
It would look good like one of the burnt oranges, like with the peel in it, or lots of flake. Man, that probably would look good.
So this is, from what I'm to understand, this is a 1972 Charger X Topper Edition, which if you read all the little horseshit on YouTube and internet, it's sort of rare, but not rare.
Right.
What makes it unique is I did find the original sales ad on YouTube.
Oh,
which
wow.
you can find is when you ordered this Charger with the hideaway headlights, which this has, power disc brakes, power steering, power brakes, the 150 mile an hour rally dash, bumperettes, the chrome trim, dual sport mirrors, and the inside hood release was a big one.
Oh, right.
The security thing.
Right.
And there was one or two other options on the car, which I have the fender tag, and it's all been verified. That when you ordered it that way, you got a free half a vinyl.
Half a vinyl.
And I got the sales brochure, which is in that box.
Right.
What I don't have is the original build sheet.
And the vinyl was from the mid forward, right?
Yeah, they call that half vinyl.
Okay.
So it went from here forward.
Okay, gotcha.
So when you ordered it as a Charger X with all the options, and they gave you a free half a vinyl.
That's pretty cool.
So and the car came brown with a white vinyl top, white and tan, like a saddle tan interior.
So y'all gonna see this one probably as it gets further. We might try to come over here and catch Brian when he's doing some of the body work on it and getting it ready to paint.
I told him I would do the big stuff.
Right.
The quote big stuff.
Oh, that's funny.
I hack up some metal now.
Right, I can hack it up. I can't put it back together.
But the nice thing is the car,
It's
even
pretty
though
solid.
it's got some horse pucky, this is just paint peeling.
Right.
It's got a few rust spots in it we need to fix, which I've never seen a car rot right here.
But most of it's in pretty good shape. I mean, it really is.
Your doors.
Wow.
So interior was toast, totally, all of it. So when I was out at the junkyard, I found the correct bench seat. It was a split bench in the front.
Right.
I found the back seat. The package tray, the floor, a couple other little pieces.
Man, this is way above what I'm ever willing to do on a car. It's gonna be pretty cool. I can't wait to see it done. It should be really fun to drive. Really fun little project. So there's a little update on Mike's stuff. Challenger's ready to go to the racetrack. Just waiting on a day where we can go. Next time we'll be out at the track, and maybe his will be out there. All right, well, I'll keep y'all updated on this one, how it goes. Later.